Woohoo! I'm going to Disneyland in a few hours. Woohoo! Gonna dance over here. Gonna dance over here in my chair. And I actually am dancing with the microphone in my chair. But you can't see that because it's not a webcam blog. Ha ha! Yes, but Disneyland later today. I'm so excited. I'm hoping I can get there by like 11:30. That way I can ride Space Mountain before my group gets there and be like, woo! Yay! And then all my group will be all sad and depressed because they can't get there till 1. So I'll be riding Space Mountain and I'll be like, woo! Yay! And they'll be crying and like slitting themselves because they weren't able to ride Space Mountain. But I'm on there all happy, woo yay, and they're boo hoo yay. Wow. So yeah, Disneyland today. I have had so many fond memories of Disneyland. I am a self-professed Disney geek. I love Disney to death, except for their most recent movies, which have all sucked except for Pixar. Pretty much, for the most part. I think the only Disney film I've liked recently, and it's not even technically a Disney film in spirit, was Pirates of the Caribbean. The very first one, not the crappy sequels that everyone seems to like, even though they're terrible films and deserve to be burnt in a pile of wood and fire and gasoline to help fuel that fire because they sucked. They weren't that bad. It's just they were horribly disappointing. And the first film was so good that I guess nothing else could possibly live up to it after that point. It's like after you get over the charms of Johnny Depp, there's no movie. There's absolutely no movie. The first film was pretty much, here's Johnny Depp. Isn't he hilarious? And it was fantastic because it was Johnny Depp playing a weird-ass role. And then in the second and third ones, it all of a sudden goes into some, I don't know, it started taking itself seriously. And I was like, how are you going to take fish people seriously? It's stupid. It is stupid. It's like, please, fish people, if you're going to do them, they have to be absolutely freaking ridiculous. If Orlando Bloom enters the fish people's ship, and all of a sudden it's like dead serious, and it's like the passion of Orlando Bloom's dad, then I don't care. That's not Pirates of the Caribbean to me. It's for one thing, a whipping scene of that intensity is way out of place in the Pirates of the Caribbean film. It pissed me off. I was like, oh, goody. Just what we always wanted to see in popcorn film fun. Some old guy getting whipped by Davy Jones. Woo! This is not fun. And then all of a sudden it's back to Johnny Depp and Keira Knightley's hitting on him. Sort of, kind of. And this was before, here's the whole thing. Keira Knightley is hitting on Johnny Depp. You can't deny it. I mean, look at it. She's being flirtatious. She's like, haha, you can't get this because I'm with Orlando Bloom's character. I'm with dipshit. And so she's like, she's hitting on Jack Sparrow like this whole movie. And everybody tries to tell me, oh well, you see, she was just using him to distract the Kraken. Yeah, that would be fine if it was like a spur-of-the-moment snog. But the whole thing is there was sexual tension the whole time. Like, the whole freaking time. God, that script was just bad. It's like, oh, this is completely un-Elizabeth-like, so let's have her do that. Oh, and this is completely unlike Orlando Bloom's character, so let's have him do that. Oh, and that's completely unlike Jack Sparrow, so let's have him do that. Jack Sparrow, to me, is not a self-sacrificing character. If he were to actually be faced up against the Kraken, he would be peeing his pants, running around the ship, trying to find a way out. He wouldn't be like, oh, hello, beastie, and then jump into its mouth. He's not a heroic character in any sense. He is a dirty scumbag. He would not come back for Elizabeth and them. He would not save the day like he did in the movie, where all of a sudden it's like hero Jack Sparrow. That's out of character. He would be running away, and he would not stop running away, because that's who Jack Sparrow is, and any scriptwriter who gives two damns about these characters would stick with the damn characters. Okay, I'm done. Oh, anyways, what were we talking about? We were talking about Disneyland, I believe. I am a huge self-professed Disney geek, and so whenever I go to Disneyland, it is like Nirvana or heaven to me. I walk in there, I get that warm, tingly feeling. You look up at the gate and the main entrance, the main gate, whatever you want to call that happy portal to the blissful existence known as Disneyland, and you read, "All who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land." There's a little placard that nobody reads except me, and it's beautiful thinking that this was one man's vision. He changed the entertainment industry forever. He mainstreamed animation. He made the amusement park, or theme park, as most of us call it now, the park with a theme. And he made that a revolution. Disneyland changed everything. It changed our culture. It was an entertainment phenomenon. It was incredible. And it still is incredible to this very day to think that I am standing in the park, the original park, that revolutionized and changed everything. It changed the face of Disney. It changed the face of entertainment. It changed the way we look, or at least I look at life as a kid. You go into Disneyland, and you go on the Indiana Jones ride, and you go on, the old Fantasyland rides. You go on whatever. And hard work and passion went into each of these projects, especially the old, Jungle Cruise and Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. And you ride those old attractions, and you see Walt's vision. It's Pirates of the Caribbean, the old Fantasyland rides, even though they're kind of old, run down and crappy now. You see this man, or at least I do. I feel Walt Disney when I enter Disneyland. It's sort of in spirit. I honestly do think that if there's such a thing as a soul after we die, that Walt's soul would still be lingering at Disneyland, watching over it. He might not be happy with everything that's going on at Disneyland, but man, just that legacy. It's incredible to think what one man could do with his life. We could all do something like that with our lives. But with a certain amount of luck and a certain amount of talent, raw talent, we could be at Disney. We could come up with things. We could dream up things that nobody else would think of, that is entirely unique to ourselves and completely our own. Disney had a vision, and it ended up coming true. And it was his vision. It was beautiful. Watch the old Walt Disney animated cartoons. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're touching. They're wonderful. At least the majority of them are. Mary Poppins, all those old Disney films, they're fantastic. And I think it's all mostly due to the passion and charisma of Walt Disney. Let's give him a round of applause, folks. Woo! And my microphone just fell on the ground. Okay. This is Gotta Love Breath, and I'm done with my Disney-gasm for today. Gotta love Walt Disney. Gotta love that guy. I want a figure of Walt Disney, and I'm putting him next to Yuki Nagano. That's how important he is to me. He deserves a spot next to the Nagano. Because you think about it, without Walt Disney, I don't think we would have a Nagano. It's deep. Think about it. We probably wouldn't have anime as it is without Disney first revolutionizing animation. I honestly believe that. I believe animation wouldn't be the same all around the world without Walt Disney. Gotta Love Breath is signing out.